Super stoked to be up here today. Now, the reason that I am jumping on here, what I'm talking about today is dealing with disappointment. Now, something that's really evident over the past year for every single person in the world pretty much is COVID, that has brought about heaps of disappointment in lots of people's lives and heaps of lingering feelings of like, we don't get to do that, we don't get to do that. In Victoria, in the last 5 days, so this is day 5, we've had one of those snap lockdowns where you've just had to go boom, you can't do anything, you can't go anywhere, you can only go within a 5k radius, the kids are home, all the rest of it has happened. Okay, so disappointment. And I can really identify with this too quite a bit over the last little while, because it feels like every time I get a breath of fresh air to just work on my business, something else has come up. So that's okay. We're dealing with disappointment. How do we help our kids deal with disappointment? Because as I said in my other live, it is really, I don't know about follows us around, but it basically is with us a lot. Okay, we're going to come up against disappointment a lot in our life. And if we don't know how to deal with it, then we're just going to constantly be in a funk, right? If we don't give our kids the ability to deal with it, then they're going to not know how to deal with it, and we're going to be dealing with them in their funk. Okay, not cool for starters, but also it's just not helpful. Okay, so everyone needs to have some sort of strategy around dealing with disappointment. Okay, and the range of seriousness, I suppose, of these sorts of things can go from something small that kids are disappointed that they didn't get this, or they're disappointed that it's raining today, or something like that. That's sort of a short-term disappointment, I would say, to being disappointed in the fact that, your marriage didn't work, or that that your partner never picks up their stuff or doesn't care about you, or those sorts of things. Like, they're really huge things, or that your parents didn't care enough to Those things are huge life-altering disappointments, right? So it's very important that we can have some strategies to deal with some disappointments, and to equip our children with the ability to have some strategies too, to deal with their small disappointments, that they can hopefully go through and learn how to process things well. First thing to do is to stop and listen or observe. Okay, so if your kids, if you think they might be disappointed, that's always a good indication, right? So understanding, that basically means understanding what's going on for your child, and then going, they don't seem 100% stoked with this situation, or so-and-so didn't want to play with me today at school, mum. Okay. That sort of, or someone wouldn't let me do this at school or at kinder or at daycare or wherever it was. Those sorts of things. Or if someone else takes their toy at playgroup when you're there, and you go, I think my kid's feeling a bit disappointed, but no one's done anything about that, so how am I going to help my child manage that feeling? Those sorts of things come up all the time, right? They come up all the time. So stopping and listening and observing what is going on for your child means that you can be in tune to what is going on in your child's world and emotions and understandings. Okay, so, and I've talked about that heaps of times, but if you can do that, it gives you that little window to go, and then you can step in somewhere, or just create a situation where you can start to give them those strategies. So the second thing that you can do is, because you've seen that, actually go, if you need to, or there's an opportunity to, you can ask, do you think that you feel disappointed because of this? Okay, part of the things that I've been doing with mums is actually giving them, or helping them out with scripts and things like that to use with their children. So actually to go, do you think you feel disappointed because you didn't get, a pink lolly and you got a whatever colour one instead? Oh, that's a stupid example. But do you think you feel disappointed because it's raining today and we're going to go to the park? Is that how you're feeling? It gives them the language around their emotions. It gives them just the words to go with it, because they don't always know what disappointed even means. Okay, different things like that. That's what that sort of language gives, and it's really great to be able to jump in there and go, or I can see, sometimes you can use an I can see statement. So I can see that you feel disappointed because so-and-so wouldn't play with you at school today. Is that right? Just check back with them. Is that right? Yes. Oh, that's sad. What can we do about that? Or how can we manage that next time? Or we could just sit with that feeling. That's a shame. I'll give you a hug. just being in that space with them is really, really good as well. Okay, so, and number 3 sort of follows on from that, giving them strategies. Okay, so it's just as I said just then, it's really important not to always bombard them with strategies. Okay, if you are a wife, you will know that husbands quite often like to fix things all the time. So they will come at you with all these different suggestions about why you can't, or not why you can't, sorry, about what you can do, what you can do, what you can do. That's really, really great. Sometimes you just need people to just be there and just be understanding. Okay, so I've taken that point of view with my kids. Sometimes they're just disappointed and I don't want to fix the feeling for them because it's about them feeling the feeling, right? So of course I will offer strategies if they need them, but sometimes it's about just being there. And as I said, giving a hug, sitting with them and going, yeah, I remember when I felt like that too. And then sometimes I have to like try and zip my mouth because I'm trying to offer ideas and stuff straight away. Sometimes it's not the time straight away. You've sort of got to understand what your child's doing and just really, again, observe what's going on for your child. But when it is time to give them strategies, you can give them whatever. You can say, when I feel disappointed, I tried this. When I feel disappointed, I might go, you know what? I'm going to go outside and I'm going to sit in the sun for a while because that's what I really love to do and it makes me feel happier. When I feel disappointed, I'm going to go, oh, and then just go out and appreciate something that I really, really love. Okay, lots and lots of things you can do to help yourself get out of that funky headspace, as I put it, out of that funky headspace and into a happier headspace by going, I'm choosing, yes, I'm feeling that disappointment, and then I'm going to choose to do something that's going to help me move through that. Okay, so it's really important. Lots and lots of, I wouldn't say fun, but lots and lots of importance because, again, we're going to meet disappointment all the way along our childhood, adulthood, everything. It's there all the time, and if you choose to dwell on it all the time, it'll continue to be bigger in your thinking than the happy stuff. All right, so let's go with moving towards the happy stuff, but allowing the feeling to be there. Now, today I am just literally in the midst of announcing that I'm going to be doing my Learning Emotions group coaching program again, starting on the 5th of April, which is Easter Monday, but you got to start Sunday. Okay, so I'm going to be doing my Learning Emotions program again. Okay, and if you want to know more about it, please let me know. If you've done the course, I'd love you to drop something below and just let others know what you thought of it. Was it helpful? Was it not helpful? Whatever. But other than that, I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. I hope you're not feeling too disappointed, but I hope also that this little live has given you some strategies to help your child. Otherwise, have a good day.